To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Slow.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Slow.
They go play action with Taylor. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third and long, it's Taylor. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
He's got his man, Boyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Escaping the pressure right. Staying on his feet. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jordan Willis able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Taylor. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Rosen on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Leopard.
They'll go with the keeper. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Josh Rosen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Hey, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
So now here come the Dolphins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Slow.
On second down, Taylor. Buying time to his left. And And Stills over the middle. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short game.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's caught. Stills right side. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
How about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Detroit!
Mixon with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Slow.
Whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Slow.
Now it's Taylor. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on a first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Slow. Z. Slow.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there, and just to clarify, it is not 4th down. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Rosen on 1st and 10. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Gun!
Here's a give to Mixon. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They go play action. It's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Play action, now Taylor. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
To throw is Taylor. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They go play action now, Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talked about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, it's Rosen. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, here's Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now it's Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On play action, Rosen rolling to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
Hey, he was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Put some gravy on there. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. Wide open receiver complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Past the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
No. Check. Patriot.
now stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Josh Rosen, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Taylor. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Detroit! Detroit!
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Rosen on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
Taylor, he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You get an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Being chased out left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A handoff, running left, Mixon. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Slow.
They begin with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Slow.
A give to Henry. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Good.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And on the ground they go with a running back. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season